Okay, now. Um, Let me just make sure. Yeah, so everything is still up and running. Let me go ahead and just hit a little sound here. I'm just trying to do these new things in life. Y'all don't mind me. I'm not used to being live on this Instagram side, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. All right, so let me see something here. Is it still up? Yeah, it's still up. Okay. So boom, there we go. Let me just slide this over. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this going. Get a little sound in here. Let me see. Hold on, my headphones. Check my headphones. Cool beans. All right, all right. So what I have a clip that I wanna play that it stuck out to me, right? So I want to talk about that uh, and a few other things. I think I want to like finish off that one video that I was doing last night, right? So y'all just give me a second here. Let me go ahead and get my screen set up. Okay, let me see what we got. Oh boy. Okay. And let me not put that on such a large phone. Now I can do this right here. Okay. Let me see something here. And let me turn this down. All right, there we go. Okay, just had to get my sound adjustments and everything. This 3 screen thing at once is not where it's at. I don't know. But I'm going to be doing this because I got to continue to challenge myself. Okay, now, so I want to pull this video up, right? So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me see something here. Boom. Sheesh. Now I got to move this and move that. Okay, boom. There we go. Okay, so I kind of got it going. This is wild, man. This is just wild. Okay, let me go ahead and share now. Okay, boom. Now that we're here on that part, I wanna talk about this right here. Let me make sure my Instagram screen is up as well. Okay, so that's going as well. Gotta make sure. That's all. I'm just checking on this stuff. All right, so cool beans. So let's go ahead and get to it. Salute to everybody. I want to talk about this right here. I know it's a lot of people that really don't. Let me make sure all my sound is good over here too. Oh snap! I ain't even had no sound. All right, back. All right, now okay. Yep. So this is where I am with this, right? He was talking about something that's real important, and I think he brought up some awesome like factors in this, right? So let's go ahead and let's start off with this video here. We're just gonna have a nice little quick laugh for the morning, right? Um, and I believe that the new channel should be set up by later on today. It should be up and running, and I'll go ahead and upload the first 4 episodes of the short stories. So you guys stay tuned. All right, stay tuned for that. Oh boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this right quick. So let me go ahead and set my screen up the way I do. Bam. I like that better. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Now let me go ahead and switch over here. 1 second. There it is. Okay. We in there. All right. Mm, much respect. So let's go ahead and talk about this right here. Now, this is something I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know. It's wild to me. It's wild to me to think what it is that he actually put a blame on. I didn't know that he did this. Now, mind you, like I said before, I am neither red or blue. I'm an independent thinker who says to himself, Why do y'all keep putting people the whole world because it failed the whole world screaming because YouTube y'all want to somebody that it needs you don't have a whole bunch of people, right? But y'all want to try to force everybody to just go ahead and just run and stand in line for 3.5 hours. It's all good. I get it. But I don't mess with neither one of them. So let's keep on going. I know it's a lot of people that can't stand that view of mine, but it is my view. And as an American citizen, I'm proud to say I'm entitled to it. So let's listen to this video and we'll get right back to it. I digress. My mic is muted and I'll pause it throughout. Let's go.
Out to the people who lost their lives in this horrific collision at the DC airport, which was so horrific. I can't even imagine with all those lives lost. My heart goes out to those people. I can't even imagine. You guys know I make fun of Trump. I do the spoofs on Trump, stuff like that. This was just pretty fucking low of him to blame DEI, to point fingers at a specific group of people. Is it a misogyny thing? Is it racist, what he's saying? You know, is he against handicapped people or whatever? People that are hired in aviation and hired in a lot of jobs are qualified. They're qualified people. You take them through tests to make sure they know what they're doing. And to blame Joe Biden and I just thought that was just whack. That was lame. Regardless of whoever you like and whoever you disagree with, this particular situation, it should have been a we thing. Like, hey, we got to see what happened. We got to see what went wrong. Was it a mechanical thing? Was it? It's a human error. It's not.
Now, that's the thing I would say to that right there. So he has a large point right there. Like, my whole thing, see, I get what he's doing. See, he's doing it in a very crafty way. So for those who may not have picked up, he's basically kind of putting a shoe on the other foot in his analogy. So like when these accidents have happened, was that DEI, which I never followed these things, this whole DEI stuff, I can't lie. It is showing me how much I'm so far removed from all of these things, all these like new terms people want to make up. Listen, I say it all the time, not to get railroaded, but I keep a lot of peace in my life simply because I don't allow a whole bunch of this stuff to be consuming my head space. I got too many more important things in my personal life that I always make sure that I take care of, or at least do the best that I can to take care of. Even when I fall short on that, I have to make sure I keep up with the things in my life. Because when each individual person does that, that usually makes the neighborhood better. The neighborhoods are better, then guess what? The community is better. If the community is better, then guess what? The country winds up better. And that's the point that I'm making. If everybody just do what they need to do, let's keep on going.
Not a particular person error. I mean, it takes a whole bunch of people to mess up. But what if it was a mechanical error? I just thought that was pretty fucked up, because when he keeps saying DEI, it's almost like saying, well, if there were white men, if we were all white, it would have been fine, white men, but the white men were pilots. The pilots were white men, but we're not blaming them. They're human beings. All the plane crashes that have happened over decades.
And rest in peace to all of those people. Absolutely. Condolences to all of the families. And definitely rest in peace to all those people who was just trying to get from point A to point B and had no clue that that was going to be the last travel of their life. Much respect, much support. Salute to them. And may God keep you close. Let's keep going. Just check something over here. Yeah, we still on. All right, bet.
Who do we blame? I would blame white pilots, because your hiring practices didn't allow black pilots, didn't allow women, didn't allow Asian pilots, Latin pilots. So I would blame white men for all of those other crashes because of your practices and hiring different qualified people. We can do that, but that would be a horrible thing to do. But that's what you're doing, blaming all of this. Doctors, even Elon Musk said, the doctors, the medical situation is getting really bad, because the DEI. So really, You mean the black doctors, a lot of the black contributions to medicine, like plasma and open heart surgery and all of the wonderful things that African Americans have contributed to medicine that your people stole and claimed it for themselves. Lots of different people have contributed to medicine. But for you to say this DEI shit, DEI, which was, by the way, white women benefited the most out of DEI. White women.
And that is the truth, simply because honestly, even down to like affirmative action, you know, we speak about that a lot as blacks, but honestly, like that was something for white women, and our sisters were able to hop on the backs of that. And then from there, us as the men, you know, we was kind, you know, we kind of got what scraps of that we could get, but that originally started because it was a certain period in American history where, you know, white women, you know, women wanted to, you know, vote, work, things of that nature, which I never saw why they shouldn't or couldn't. I always look at it as any of us who is part of the village, who is a contributing factor to the village, and whatever it is that you can do, you should be able to do so, right? So I get it. You know, it was something of, you know, an old law type time, but, you know, we're not in those days. So I definitely get that, but we have to remember that is where that comes from. So it's not even like that was something that really truly was specified for us. You know, like how Kamala said at that one point, she said, I'm not going to do anything specifically for blacks, but I'm going to do something where everybody can benefit. No, you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that same headspace. It's kind of like right around that same headspace, if you kind of get where I'm going with that. You see? You smell me now? Let's go ahead and get back to it. I digress. My mic is muted. But yeah, this was definitely something that it was out of this world crazy in my personal book, to hear that, you know, because again, I don't defend, listen, whatever Trump does that is of benefit for my people, I accept that. If he busts out and says he's going to do certain things that will build our community, all right, bet, cool, you're doing something. Does that mean that I really rock with him personality wise and as a and who he is? No. That's why I didn't give him my vote. I didn't vote for him. You see? So let's keep on going, because I know with these type of topics, people can be real touchy. It's almost like if you're not 100% just shh on one side or just 100% shh on another side, then, you know, you got to be with, no. Some of us just know how to step back and look at the war from afar and know which way to go and what to do, because we know when the openings are clear.
Benefited the most out of DEI. African Americans were probably, I think, last in benefiting from DEI. So all this blame of these white men constantly blaming DEI is just code word for racist bullshit, as if you are the fucking kings of knowledge, which is not the truth, because we can go in academic stats. You all are not leading in academic stats. I'm not saying there aren't brilliant white students, but a lot of you are there because of legacy. Legacy. You didn't allow anybody to do a goddamn thing. And that's why DEI was put in place, because you just don't like people playing an even playing field. And then when you do play an even playing field, you start moving the goalposts and blaming shit. That's what's going on. I just think it's really low that President Trump blamed Joe Biden on this collision. I think it's just really low down for him to do that, because Trump, you fired the heads of TSA.
Briefly, real quick, you know, because I see a couple people. So if you are in here from the Instagram, is my mic on? Yes, it is. If you in here from the Instagram side, just in case, because it acts funny, you know, you can just type in Smitty's Corner 0.77, Smitty's Corner 0.77, and you'll find it, just in case, so you can at least come over to YouTube as well. And you can also check out the show, because I think this only does for about an hour. And just in case I'm up here longer, I just want to make sure you guys know where you can still find it, because I'm not used to going live on Instagram. Just so you guys know, I'm just trying to somewhat extend my reach a little bit, and I do recognize there's people on this side who may want to get this good information as well. So let's go ahead and get back to it. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
And you fired Coast Guards and several members of a key aviation safety advisory committee. So what if it was your error? What if it was your error? I'm just saying, you know, there's going to be a lot of crazy comments and whatever Trump supporters would saying some bullshit, but this is a we thing. It's a human thing. And people's lives have been lost, and you're pointing fingers at DEI. Come on, man. It's a shame. And you just started off this year on some real low down shit. And I think that we're in big trouble with these kind of things that you're saying. You say a lot of edgy shit, a lot of crazy shit, you know, but I think that this is the lowest you can go. You want to take the Tuskegee Airmen history out of the Air Force. But these are.
I'm trying to figure out, how is that even possible? How do you accomplish that feat right there? I don't. You know, that part baffles me. That's why I said this video is very interesting. Then I want to get back to what I was talking about last night with the with that wacky crew. But anyway, nah, seriously though, how do you try to do that in particular? Like, how do you try to take out like such a vital part of that history? Absolutely out of this world to me. Let's keep on rocking out.
Are all black pilots that helped your white pilots win wars and made more kills than your white pilots who didn't even want to fight with them. Was that DEI? This is the same people that can't even win a fucking spelling bee. You guys can't even win a spelling bee. White kids can't even win a spelling bee because Indian kids are kicking the shit out of them. Is that DEI? And now I'm not saying that there aren't brilliant white kids, of course, but you've always had a leg up. And then when something goes wrong, you literally blame people who don't look like you. It almost reminds me of sports, you know, like NFL basketball, which is dominated by African Americans. When you decided to let them in, you saw the difference. When it's an even playing field, you see the difference. Even when a black player drops a ball or misses a shot, you're always blaming the people that don't look like you on your bullshit. So the academic decline.
Man. He definitely on one. So in a nutshell, I think I kind of get what my brother Godfrey is saying. He's basically saying all of these shots you trying to throw at us, and his response is somewhat around.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
And we're not even competing against other countries. Is that the DEI? Or is the white kids that are getting their asses smoked by immigrants like Africans and Asians and Indians? Because the stats are there. So is it DEI? Or is it just an excuse and a scapegoat to blame people for your mediocrity? And like I said, there are brilliant people that are white, of course.
Right.
But you all suckered us into thinking you all were brilliant, which is not the truth. You are the most on welfare. You are the most poor. You are the ones that do most of the crimes. You are the biggest rapists. You are the biggest robbers. It's you guys. I just thought that for this kind of tragedy and you trying to make America great again, I think that you're being very un-American by, you know, pointing fingers like that, causing division, just constantly causing division. It's just this underlying white supremacist bullshit that you just keep fucking narrating, bro. Like I said, my heart goes out to the people who lost their lives, the families. I can't even imagine. And it can happen to any of us. To err is human, you know?
Absolutely. And that's always been my headspace with that. Let me go ahead and remove this real quick. Like, he'd be noisy as I don't know what. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get to this next video. Now, this one right here, just to give people a nice little taste and feel of. We were talking about this last night. Me and some good folks from my YouTube space that I appreciate. Salute to the family. We were talking about, is God racist? And does God favor a race? So I'm looking at the show and I'm just kind of like just sitting back and I'm like, this right here takes the cake. So I want to get back to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick moment. So what we're going to do first is, what's up? You got Jeffrey? Yeah, you got Jeffrey. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to get right back to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about it. So first, just so you know, before we take this commercial break, do you believe that God prefers a certain group of people as far as race, not religion? And do you believe that there are still prophets walking on planet Earth? Let's listen to it because I want to get back to this and finish up this video. And I'm going to finish up the video on my sister Wanda. I'm not done. This is part 2. Now we about to really get into it. Hold on to your hats. Let's get it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hold my ground, never run, understand to overcome. Golden child, God sent me, I'm the chosen one. Understand lone stars, focus like an artist on. Concrete when I write, damn right the hardest one. When I bleed, lava leaks, cause I'm hotter than the sun. Trying to stack a whole loaf, cause I'm tired of eating crumbs. Can't speak peace around me, you better watch your tongue. Yeah, I'm cool, but I wreck, beat you like a set of drums. Kirking out, busting off, kinda like a loaded gun. Rhymes like morphine, cause I be the dopest one. And I'm keeping it real. CPG's what I rap, but I'm keeping it real. All you perpetrating, hating niggas head for the hills. I got some DC gorillas that'll eat your grill. During this time of Babylon, the beef is real. Understand that the beef is real. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get back into this. I am just making sure. Yeah, okay. All right, but IG still pumping. Cool beans. All right, so let's just go ahead and kick it and cool it. Let's see what we got on this. I gotta pull this back up because it only got better, and I gotta pull up sis too. I gotta pull up Don Quisha. That's right. I'm not making that up. Her name is Don Quisha, and she makes sure to correct you in saying dong. Last time I checked, dong is what beetles roll around in Africa, and it's balls of shit. Let me just shut up. Let's go.
Break this down. First and foremost, you're evading all answers to this, and you've been evading it the entire time. So I'm just going to ask again. I'll keep on asking until you can just say.
So just to get you all hip, whoever may be listening who's not hip. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So you see him right here. He's a black Israelite. That's right. That's right. And he's also a prophet with a baseball cap on. Cuz right here, he's also a black Israelite. Now, I can give him that because he's actually black, but he's also a prophet with a Bluetooth in his ear. I guess sometimes, that prophetic message can get blocked, so he got to put the Bluetooth in and make sure Wi-Fi is on and his data's up. But these two on the bottom are prophets. Now, let's just listen. Does God prefer a race? And on top of that, what exactly takes place when it comes to these prophetic views?
Until you. Yeah. Okay. Great. Oh, great. Okay. I haven't answered your question, but anyway, one more time, I'm going to ask you, sir, if you are a prophet and you have indeed cast prophecy and they have been fulfilled as you have claimed, can you show us or demonstrate any shred of proof for this?
The moment you answer my question, that's when I'll demonstrate my proof.
Okay, what's your
Okay, all right. So, in a nutshell,
Are you serious right now, bro?
In a nutshell, he said no, I can't prove anything. But what I can do is talk a really good game and hopefully get you to just believe the shit that comes out of my mouth.
Time out, Andrew, real quick.
I asked first. Yeah.
He asked first. And you try to avoid the entire question. We need some proof. This is crazy. Both of y'all saying that y'all prophets.
Cooley.
We need some proof.
Cooley. Here's the problem. He made a declaration of a prophetic standard and what it was. I'm asking him to validate his standardization that would make me dignify it with an answer. I reject what he's alleging is a prophetic standard. I don't think there's biblical precedence for his prophetic standard. So I'm asking him to now demonstrate where it says in order for you to interpret.
Because I hate you, coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
I'll be right back. I need a J. Give me a second. This shit, boy, I tell you. Just because I can already tell this is going to be a headache. This is going to be a headache. So y'all just give me a moment. I'm just going to go ahead and let me see. I can just go ahead and play this until I get back. Let's go ahead and go. I'm just going to play this till I get back.
Let's go. 055. Yeah. Shimon. Let's go.
Lone Star on the MIC, I guess down in the place to be. 3D, come rock with me. I move slow with a dip and a pound of green. I try to stay clean, but I got a need for speed.
Okay. I popped me a gummy. And I'm about to go ahead. Because they about to get on my last damn nerve. And y'all ain't even about to do it to me today. I'm trying to review if one of you niggas is a prophet. And y'all keep playing with me. Y'all just keep playing with me. Okay. I'm good. We back. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and rock out.
Yeah.
Hold on. In order for you to interpret prophecy, you must have to demonstrate that you have prophesied.
Okay.
So, Andrew, real quick.
You know what? I'll just grant it.
Okay.
Let's assume for a moment that I'm completely incorrect just for the sake of argument. I have no idea. Like, what am I even talking about? You claimed, sir, that you have done all of these things. So even if I'm wrong, and I'll just grant that I am for the sake of argument, can you now demonstrate that you have done any of those things, please?
How would you like me to demonstrate it?
By showing us evidence and proofs.
Okay, so it's real simple. Again, if I say I'm an awesome guitarist, I can play the sh out of a guitar. And there's a guitar right behind me, right? If you say, okay, play something. And if I just start telling you about great guitarists, at some point, are you not going to be like, this is foolish? At some point, are you not going to think I'm not foolish? If I keep telling you I can play the guitar and never play it. You know what I did at one point? Once upon a time, what I used to do, I would tell people that I can actually rhyme. I would tell people I do music. I would tell people I do art. You know what I then turn around and do? Display my music, display my art. There's nobody who can question whether or not I do music and I do art. That is a given. I randomly just pop stuff up. And yes, that's my work. And I'm only saying that as far as I don't need to do a whole bunch of trying to keep telling people what I do. I display it. I show it. I have no problem showing you what it is that I told you that I do and I can do. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the issue here. Does your magical hat not work? But let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. But just know, people, when you listening to people that's full of sometimes you'll hear people that's just selling you a bunch of bull. And this is one of those examples. Don't let these televangelists fool you. Let's go.
Okay, so how can I show you an evidence of proof?
That you have...
You tell us something that's going to happen before it happens. That's literally what prophets do. They prophesize what's going to take place in the future, even if it's hours from now, days from now, months from now, a decade from now, or some point in your life at some random day, hour, and minute. That's what they do. They prophesize what is to come. Let's go.
Cast prophecy, you've written it down, it's come true. Yeah.
How would I show you the evidence of that?
Show us the writings of it and the dates of it, and then say this is what happened. Things like this, the same way we.
Come on now. Yes, As in the old days, they have something to sell. Yeah, like that tap water out the church's sink that they tell you was holy and then sell it to grandma for $40 a bottle. And a little capsule that come around your neck. Yeah, I know. That ain't nothing but regular tap water. That ain't no alkaline. You can at least get some smart water if you're gonna do that.
Verify pass the same way we verify things.
So if I go, okay, I wrote that there would be this happen, and I just showed you right here, and then I said this was written on the date of January 3rd, and then it happened January 4th. That's what I would need to do right now.
That would at least be
like literally, yes. Yes, you have to tell us something that's going to happen that has yet to happen. Who's the next rapper that's going to be shot? You know, that's what I want to know. Who is it? Who's the next rapper that's going to get shot? Is there going to be an assassination attempt on somebody who's a prominent figure? Will there be another disease that's going to hit? I want to know all of that. Yes, I want you to tell me what's going to happen before it happens. That is what being a prophet is about. I don't understand what we're ducking right now. What are we dodging and ducking? Listen. I think most people who really know magic, oh man, they love to be that party guest. They love being that part. They can't wait to get that group around me like cards. Like, let's just be for real. So, bruh, you keep talking, you keep showing us notes and stuff. You keep telling us about other people. You said that you were a prophet. First of all, your white ass said that you're a black Israelite. Okay, strike one. Matter of fact, that's strike two in one pitch. That's strike two in one pitch. You say you a black Israelite. Where? And then you turn around and say that you're a prophet. And you holding up a notepad. I ain't never seen prophets have to take notes. The notes was sent to them through the spiritual signal. I ain't never known a prophet to have to write down what they gonna say. Let's keep on going. Let's see what he got. I don't know. Maybe that's like some bars. Maybe he's also a prophet rapper. Maybe that's his rap name. Maybe his rap name is White Prophet. I don't know.
Some evidence.
That would be adequate.
That would at least be some evidence. Yeah.
There are human beings in the chat that could attest to my prophecies. Right.
So
I don't.
So there are people who bought your tap water from the church's sink. Okay. I hope they don't get lead poisoning.
I don't need to just take a piece of paper that I could have wrote at any time and try to postulate it as occurring. None of that is about the.
Yeah, Gorilla. I think you're mistaking prophecy with intuition. All human beings have intuition.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'm not mistaking anything. What I'm doing is I'm.
So you're really saying that you're a prophet? I try to actually give you a bone here. I tried to give you a bone. So you real Gorilla, real quick. Gorilla, I've been chilling. I haven't been speaking. Gorilla.
And I'm gonna say this is the problem with my people. When we just allow any and everybody, how does he even have the right to sit up there and say he's a black Israelite? Nobody's coming up to check him, not even the brother that's next to him. So you telling me that you know people that look just like him with his features and skin tone? Listen, I'm saying black Israelite. I swear this reminds me of when Chappelle played the Black Klansman. This is Chappelle playing the Black Klansman. This is wild.
Relax. I'm gonna have to mute you, bro. I wasn't speaking at all. I've been letting all of y'all speak. So I tried to give you a bone here. Are you not mistaking prophecy for intuition? Because
the purpose of I got you, fam. The purpose of a prophet is somebody who was given divine message to. Prophets are very, very special people that the average person is not considered to be. So even down to when they say, yes, black Israelites are the prophets. Well, last time I checked, Moses was called one too, but they called him King of the Jews. I'm so lost right now. I'm trying to make sense of this too. So maybe we can brainstorm together, fam. Salute to the dragon in the building. Let's keep going.
Everyone has intuition. You can be intuitive. That's cool.
If you're not. And make sure y'all go subscribe to the Love Experience, man. If you want some dope ass content and just wonderful, wonderful shorts, man, make sure you go subscribe to the Love Experience. Support your own because we are all we got. Let's go.
I'm saying that you're intuitive and you're actually saying that you are a prophet. This is crazy. We would need some proof.
Oh, okay, listen, but here's the problem. He brought having to be a prophet into being able to interpret the Bible. Right? That's the difference here. Whether I'm a prophet or not is not the conversation. He's trying to now deviate the conversation into that. He keeps talking about
time out. That is the conversation.
Bruh, folks asked you to prove that you a prophet and you kept deviating to your notepad. Did I miss something? Folks asked you to solidify your prophetic views and you kept pulling up a notepad. You know that cow pattern junk that we give our kids to go to school, and you know that cow pattern. We're like, you can write on the front, my journal. It's like, nah, you wild for that, bruh. You wild for that. Let's keep going.
Hold on.
That is the conversation, brother. Because you said that only the Hebrew Israelites can be prophets. This all stream from your argument.
So it's real cute what you guys are doing right now. So let me explain what's happening.
Great.
No, it's real cute that you really think that you can just come up, say some out your monkey mouth, and then you think that folks just supposed to roll with it. See, that's the thing. Listen, people, this is also a very good example. I guarantee you, folks that come up and talk that like that confident about some bullshit, it's because they used to getting away with it. They used to getting away with it. Like, he is not being checked. And you know who should be checking him the most? This brother right here who claims black Israelites. Now, this ain't no shot to them. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Whoever may be out there, shalom, shalom, right? But like, real talk though, this is what I'm saying as far as like when shit be infiltrated, like what, like for real, he's making this look bad. He's making a mockery of it and he thinks he's on one. He think he on one right now. But he's really making a mockery of this whole dynamic that people really do take serious. And that's what I mean by folks who run people away from the religion. There are people like me, I might have had an idea to go join. And then I hear his dumb ass talk and I'm like, I don't want no parts of that retarded. I mean, that stupid stuff. Excuse my English. I don't speak French. Like, come on, man. We got to stop this. Let's keep on going.
Hold on, Andrew. I'm talking, Andrew. Right?
Go ahead, Gorilla.
We have
No. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. You are. Yes, you are. You're talking, but you're not prophesizing. We don't want you to talk. Or if you are going to talk while prophesizing. We need you to incorporate prophesizing with what you're talking about. Prophesize while talking to us. Don't give us nothing else. You said you were a prophet. Come on, listen. You mean to tell me there are lives that you can save right now when you're not going to tell us? You're not going to tell us that car is going to be in that intersection or this chair is going to fall off. You're not going to tell us nothing. You are a prophet. There are so many things that you can tell people right now when you can help so many lives right now. You don't want to use your powers for good. And if you don't, and if it's supposed to be sick, then you shouldn't even talk about being a prophet because you know people going to want to test you. 1 second, y'all. The maid is here. Let's keep listening.
Somebody who's trying to postulate logic. That's allegedly the place he's coming from.
That's what I've been doing the entire time.
Cooley, I'm not talking about you. It's not what you're not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Andrew, who is allegedly coming from a place of logic, who the first thing he said was, there's no prophet after Christ. That was immediately and instantly debunked by Captain Azariah. He hasn't had to own up to that, right? Then he totally created a prophetic standard, tried to enforce it on people. When he was questioned, he could do nothing but concede, but alleges that he's coming from a place of logic. Since we've been on the camera, he's chain smoked when lung cancer is the leading cancer and killer of white Americans.
Wait. Then you should be able to tell us, is he going to have cancer in the future? And if so, how long does he have to live? Save that man's life. Save his life. You should be able to foresee that. Save that man's life. Tell him how long he got. How long he got. Matter of fact, where my God damn it, Jim. Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Let's go. Save his life.
Period, right?
From smoking.
So he demonstrated him being wrong, him making things up, and him being illogical.
Okay.
Period. Now it's getting no. We're getting distracted.
Gorilla, chill out
We're
real quick,
getting
man.
distracted.
No,
bro.
we're not getting distracted. Let me tell
Bruh, you've been distracted since people told you to prophesy something. You done pulled up notepads. You talked about chain smoking. Thank you, Tor. Appreciate it. And some more stuff. What are we doing right now?
Let me tell you,
Hold on,
you
why
just
did he
committed
ask if
another
somebody was a
logical
prophet?
fallacy.
Cooley, why did he ask if somebody was a prophet? Tell me.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. You know why? It's
Because you said you were one. You and Cuz down here, both y'all said in the very, where are we at? 2746. In the very beginning, you said this. You said this.
Sometimes.
Refute it. You can't.
Are you a prophet?
Yes.
Okay, and so both of you are prophets?
For sure.
And
you said it. What do you mean? Why are we talking about that? That's what you said.
Hold on. Before you pay for
these people. You said it in the very beginning. Let's go ahead and get back to it. I'm just saying, man. I got it.
If I go, okay, I wrote that there would be, is not the conversation. He's trying to now deviate the conversation into that. He keeps talking about
time out. That is the conversation. That is the conversation, brother. Because you said that only the Hebrew Israelites can be prophets. This all stream from your argument.
So it's real cute what you guys are doing right now. So let me explain what's happening.
Great.
Hold on, Andrew. I'm talking, Andrew. Right.
Go ahead, Gorilla.
We have somebody who's trying to postulate logic. That's allegedly the place he's coming from.
That's what I've been doing the entire time.
Cooley, I'm not talking about you. It's not what you're not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Andrew, who is allegedly coming from a place of logic, who the first thing he said was there's no prophet after Christ. That was immediately and instantly debunked by Captain Azariah. He hasn't had to own up to that, right? Then he totally created a prophetic standard, tried to enforce it on people. When he was questioned, he could do nothing but concede, but alleges that he's coming from a place of logic. Since we've been on the camera, he's chain smoked when lung cancer is the leading cancer and killer of white Americans, period, right?
From smoking?
So he's demonstrated him being wrong, him making things up, and him being illogical.
I'm trying to hear a logical prophecy. Dog, if you've been this for all this time, why you didn't tell us about January 8th or something, whatever that was? Why you ain't tell us about that? Why you ain't tell us about that dude that was gonna run that car into the parade? Why you ain't tell all these mothers that their son shouldn't go out that night? I'm just trying to figure out, like, bro, you can be like huge right now on some low-key type stuff. You can just be sitting in like a place where like you just cater to in all forms, and you could just be saving the world, or at least a event. I know it don't work like that. You just hummed it in. Nah, but like you could real deal be doing something that would really help the people. You could be on that type of mode, like real talk though. You see? So all I'm saying is, what are you doing with your powers? Because last time I checked, prophets made sure that they put themselves in a position to assist and deliver the message. Why? You couldn't stop them from telling you the message. They would give you grave warnings if you did not heed to the message. And you keep showing us a notepad and talking about chain smoking. I'm a chain smoke this J.
Okay.
So now it's getting we're getting distracted.
Gorilla, chill out
We're
real quick, man.
getting distracted.
No, we're not getting distracted. Let me tell you, you just committed another logical fallacy.
Cooley, why did he ask if somebody was a prophet? Tell me.
Because I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. You know why? It's because the conversation that y'all can't answer the question. Remember, you said that God is a racist. You said that there's a hierarchy in heaven and only the Hebrew Israelites is going to be at the top of the hierarchy. It's only based.
So if God is a racist and God did, I'm trying to figure this out. Then how are there all cultures? Well, I mean, I don't know about black Israelites. Maybe they do on a low and they just don't talk. But I've never seen this. I've never seen a white black Israelite or anybody who's not clear as day. You know what I'm saying? Thick lips, wide nose, nappy hair. You know what I'm talking about. It's the whole reason behind this whole thing. The black Israelites say that they're the original Jews, not the white folks that you see with the little curly sideburns. That's their whole argument. So how we got a curly haired Jew next to you? I'm just saying, considering if that's what it is. And this is why folks like myself be like, it don't make sense. And it's not that people don't want to follow and believe. It's just people are real skeptical about who to listen to when you have that third eye open and when you have discernment. Let's keep on going.
Based off of their ethnicity. Then Andrew Wilson asked you a question. He said, well, how do you verify this? Is it through biology, or is it through, like, how do you find this out? You guys couldn't give an answer. You said through prophecy. He asked you, who's a prophet? I've been listening clearly here. He says, who's a prophet?
If we gave an answer, how did we not give an answer?
No,
Cooley.
you say that you're a prophet,
Cooley.
and then he's trying to ask you
Cooley.
to verify. Stop,
Cooley.
Gorilla, stop. You
Cooley.
wanted me to explain.
Hold on,
He's
Cooley,
asking to
you
verify.
just lied in
If
front of
you're a
everybody.
prophet,
You
no
just
one lied.
lied.
No
Yes,
one
you
lied,
did.
bro.
You
I
just
summed it
told
up
me that
perfectly.
we couldn't give an answer and then told us what our answer was. That's a lie. How
No,
can we
you
not
said
give an
through
answer, but we
prophecy.
gave an answer?
Stop it. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying
I'm
now.
not misinterpreting
That's what you're
nothing.
doing.
You just said we didn't do
Gorilla,
something and then proceeded
Gorilla.
to prove that we did it. What are you
Gorilla,
talking
listen real
about?
quick, bro. Real
Very
quick,
upset.
Gorilla. And Andrew, I'll let you land your plane.
No, that's because you're lying, bro.
No one's
That's
lying.
dishonest.
No one's lying, man.
You're a prophet is what the lie is, sir.
You believe in a race.
You said we did something.
Gorilla,
That's a
Stop
lie.
it. Stop it, Gorilla.
Come on.
Stop it. You believe in
If you were a
racist
prophet,
God.
you should have known that and predicted it beforehand and written it down, and then he could demonstrate the proof of it.
True. Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, because prophets are clairvoyants. No, there's not. A prophet is not a psychic. Being able to foresee an event from occurring does not give you the.
That's because psychics are fake. Prophets are real. That is the difference. Just like how you have magic with the IC and then you have magic with the IK. Educate yourself.
Ability to see everything before it happens, dickhead. Be for
How do
real.
you know? How do you know?
Because I know enough.
Because you know? Because you know?
I know enough not to chain smoke.
Because you know?
Not to chain smoke, Andrew. Come
Yeah,
on.
you're so mad. Yo, you don't know enough not to eat a bunch of.
That's how you know right there. Right there. Right there. You know he's losing because now he's just throwing the insults. We're going to listen to a little bit more of this, then we're going to get over to the next segment of this same platform. Because it's just those two shows I didn't get a chance to finish, and I like to at least, gotta try to complete this. I'm not going to review the whole thing now, you know what I'm saying? Because just to be careful with that. Speaking about being careful, boom. So let's keep on rocking out, and with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's listen to the last few minutes of this, and then we're going to switch over for our last video for the morning.
Bunch of fucking cheeseburgers, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
I can't wait till you get cancer, man. I heard this is aggressive.
Nah, he's not getting canceled, man.
Hey, no, I said cancer, not canceled. I don't want him canceled.
Okay, man of God. All right. That holy black spirit is in the room today. I'd tell you that much. Goodness gracious. The things people say, man. The things we as people can be known to say. I've said some crazy stuff too, but godly, I ain't never wished no harm on nobody. This is wild.
Oh, you said, man, why would you wish that on someone? That's crazy, man. Why would you actually wish cancer on someone, not cancel?
Hold on.
I would actually, if we're speaking about morality here, this is the thing, bro. Gorilla,
did I wish anything on anybody?
Time out, stop.
I didn't wish anything on anybody.
Time out, stop.
I didn't say I hope you get cancer.
Bro, you just said I can't wait until you do. You said I can't wait. See, this is the thing when people just say stuff and they be thinking you ain't pick it up, you ain't peep it because it's in the midst of something. Nah, I caught that. At least folks like me, we do. We catch those little subtle. We catch what's subtle.
Cancer. Did I?
Time out. Stop, Gorilla. Stop.
Did I say I hope you got cancer?
Stop, Gorilla.
Did I say that?
When you
Lying
and all
again.
of these Hebrew Israelites,
Lying
when you're
again.
gay-
There you are lying.
Bro, your
again.
voice is as loud as your cholesterol. Calm down. Calm down,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
Calm
muting you,
down.
bro. Listen, I just
Holy
muted
shit.
you real quick. I'm gonna unmute you, but listen, man. This entire debate was all structured around morality, right?
Wow.
You guys all admitted that racism is immoral, but then you also say that God is a racist God. So you're what? Well, you wasn't here yet, first Cap, but I'm speaking about Gorilla and then 6'5". The other Hebrew Israelite was up here first. You're saying that that's a lie. We can just rewind the tape back. We have the proof. You said that you believe in a racist God. But you also say that racism is immoral. So that means that God is immoral? This entire conversation is about meta-ethics, morality. But guess what? Your meta-ethics.
That entire conversation is honestly built around a group of individuals who all speculate. And the point is of me showing that as people, you know, this is why I stay out of discussions like that because it's just not worth it. It's just not. The fact is that when people have different views, people see things in a different way. That's just what it's going to be. Period. Shout out and salute to anybody who's watching from IG. Again, if this live goes down, just come over to YouTube if you choose to. You can continue to watch. Let's get to this last video because, yeah, this about to be wild. So we gonna get back to sis. We gotta get back to Auntie, man. I gotta hear more about what Auntie was saying because Auntie was going off last night. Auntie was going off. So let's go ahead and get back to Auntie. I'm gonna pick right up where we left off. So here we go. Let's get to it. I ain't gonna hold this. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and do it. No, where is it? There it is. All right, bet. Let's get back to it. Oh boy, brace yourself.
Agenda, right? But we're going to speak about truth and we're going to get down to it. So let me ask.
Auntie is on one. Oh man. And I do believe she's sober too. I don't even think she on nothing. She on one, but she ain't on nothing. Her facial expressions is out of this world. I gotta brace myself. Where's my J? Let's go ahead and get to this. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get it.
Ask you a question. You said a lot of stuff there. Donquisha, please listen. I gave you the instructions so we can create some structure. So let me ask you some questions. You said that, well, the black woman has a womb. So you're insinuating that and you said everyone came from the black woman. So you're insinuating that the black woman came first, came before the man. That's what you think? That's what you think? Yes or no?
I'm not out. You want to ask?
The only thing that science actually does have that would substantiate that is, has a man ever given birth first? And then that's where the whole, like the Bible talk as far as like Adam and Eve and the whole rib concept, which, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's tough because it's like, who's to say God didn't do that or couldn't do that, right? But then again, when we think about it from a scientific logic standpoint, there's never been a time where a man has brought forth life through the sperm. Yes, absolutely. We know how that works. We know that we're really the ones that's giving the life, and the women hold it and incubate it and then give birth. And generally the baby will come out with the mother's bloodline, you know, blood type. But you know, it's one of those things like, which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? But honestly, if you really think about it, I don't know a time in history where a man brought forth a boy or a girl. I don't know about any of that. And that's the only thing I'm saying. So I'm not saying that I agree one way or the other. I'm just simply saying that I don't know about that. So let's keep on listening. This is why I like to learn. This is why I like to listen to what different people have to say. No matter if they come off sounding or seeming crazy, or whether it's somebody you don't like and or agree with. None of that matters to me. I want the message, not the person. Let's keep going.
I would say they were created simultaneously, or she was created first. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
So you're saying that
I you know, I can't say nothing to that. I mean, that is very much so something that could be logical. And anything of logic is something that I attract to.
either they were created at the same time or the black woman was created first.
Facts.
Okay, got you. So, I mean, simultaneously, there's no scripture or any book or any old science book to even prove any of that.
There is old books. It's called Isis and Osiris. It actually is. It's called Isis and Osiris. And that's long before biblical.
But we do know, let me ask you a question. Can you, in order to get something like, okay, let's say if you want to create a apple tree, you want to grow apples, right? What comes first? The seed. What comes first? The seed or the soil?
Just run your script. Just run your stuff.
Just answer the question, Don Quisha.
I just want you to go ahead and run it. And I'm listening.
But you know something though, watch this. So let's just say we are the seed and they are the soil. Can that seed grow without the soil? And does that soil have anything to grow without the seeds? It goes right back to my car analogy. People keep on trying to put this thing on like who's better, who's more important, who's the prize. The fact is that I'm only a prize when a woman sees me as one. My woman sees me as one. That woman is only a prize when that man, her man, sees her as that prize. Thus, they are each other's prize. There's not, look, which is more important, that car or the engine? Which is more important? Is the car anything without the engine? Is the engine anything without the car? Can you scrap it for parts? Sure. But my point is, as far as when you're talking about the mobility of a vehicle and a relationship should always be in motion, right? Should always be what? Moving forward, elevating, the whole nine. So if that engine is not in the car and the car does not have an engine in it, which then is more valuable when you separate the two? These are the things that I try to get people to recognize and understand when we just get to talking and just saying anything when it comes to people just wanting to validate themselves. You don't have to do that. Trust me. If you're somebody of worth and value, you will be validated. You will be loved. You will be held. You will be validated. And that's without saying. That's without saying. So let's keep on going. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted.
Listening,
you just want me to go ahead.
You're not about to play me like I'm a kid. You're not about to play me like I'm
okay,
like I'm some of those silly women.
I'm not, but I'm asking you. Oh, I mean, if you're wise, you wouldn't believe that the woman came before the man. It's impossible, is what.
My sister has wisdom, but believe it or not, and this is such a real thing, because of appearance and display, the message isn't getting across how it should. She could be saying the exact same thing, and you know what I'm saying, with a better appearance. You know what I'm saying? And a softer tone energy. And I guarantee you the message would be more received. That's all it is. So it's not like everything. She's not saying everything crazy. Like when you really get to listen to this, she look wild. I know Pirates of the Caribbean, but nah, she not saying anything off.
What I'm trying to say, the man holds the seed of life. We hold the life form in us. We have the X and the Y chromosome. We dictate the sex of the baby. Not only that, when the man impregnates the woman, the gene from the man, which comes from the baby, it's the placenta. The placenta acts as a parasite and attaches into the mother's womb, and it extracts information from the mother. It extracts the nutrients and everything from the mother. So the black men in general, we hold the seed of life. Life started with the man. It didn't start with a womb. It's illogical. It's not even possible. You don't dictate the sex of the baby. So guess what? You're here because of your father. You're not here because of your mother. Like, think about it.
No, we are all here because of the contribution of both. when dad inserted, if mom didn't keep her diet up, if mom didn't make sure that she was laying and sleeping a certain way, if mom chose to get rid of, because we know this, right? I can insert the seed, but if that woman says she's going to go get rid of that, I cannot stop her. There's nothing legally I can do. So there is some control on both ends, and we have to recognize how important both ends of it is. But if you're so self-conceited and you're only thinking about yourself as a man, then you're not ever going to see that side of those things. And if you're so self-conceited in yourself as a woman, you probably wouldn't see how now that man actually has a large part to play in this as well. So let's keep on rocking on.
But everything that you're saying is just nonsensical. So with the things that I just explained, can you even debunk that? Because it's science.
No, everything that's being said is more so of a one-sided. One party is trying to convince the other that one sex is better than the other. That's just not going to be the case. As a man, we are at our best when we have those to look for, look out for and take care of and do things for. That's when we're at our best. And same thing for my sisters. Like when we all have someone to care for, do things for, be of servitude, acknowledge the whole nine, that's when we're at our best, because you're giving the all of you. That's why whenever you give the all of you, that's when you're at your best. So it's like the man and the woman together is at their best, not separated, at least not in my view. Now, times of separation, you need to go off, get yourself. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about overall who's better and trying to separate the qualities that it only works at its full capacity when the engine is in the vehicle. You can't take the engine block out and be like, all right, which is better? I'm going to just look at it, be like, shoot, neither, because that's going to be a lot of money to get put back in just to drive. Make sense of it. Make sense of it. People keep on trying to compete with this sex war stuff. I'm not with all of that. That's not where my head is. I grew up and I saw how my mother treated my father. I saw how my father treated my mother, and I know the dynamic and how it works in this way. I know the benefits of when a man and a woman works together and both equally have that view and value for one another. I know what it looks like. I know, I grew up with it. Let's go.
Scientifically proven. You can Google it. So go ahead and give me a rebuttal to what I said, but make it scientific. Don't make it what you feel.
All right, so let me explain it to you like this. You pay attention. I don't want you looking down, because I wasn't looking down when you was talking. I want you to look at me. Stop playing and looking down at your computer. Now,
it's not my computer. I'm looking at the screen. The camera is up. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the camera. I'm actually not looking at you. Me looking down is actually looking at you. There you go. So continue on.
Good job, because you're handsome and I like you. Hey, I'm starting.
Sexual harassment. I think I feel a little off.
I like you for a fresh kill. It's a fresh kill. That's what I like. It's
fresh
like blood.
kill.
It's like, yes, I'm killing your tail. I'm gonna kill you in this. So
please just respond back. How does I'll ask the question and please answer. Okay, but go ahead.
Let me just explain it. Your deficient sperm is nothing without my egg. And my deficient egg is nothing without your sperm. So the sperm and the egg comes together, boom, the spark of life happens.
Yeah.
Not bad, y'all. Quick commercial. Hold on. One second. All right, here we go.
The sperm and the egg. So keep bragging about your sperm. Your sperm can't do nothing without my egg. So I can't brag about my egg because my egg can't do nothing, young buck.
And that's basically what I've been saying. So, okay, sis came around to it. She came around to it. But that's what I've been saying the entire time. Like, I'm trying to figure out how do we keep saying who's more important here? Sisters want to be loved. Fellas want to be loved. We all want to feel like we have a significant place in someone's life. For those who desire that is. And then, those who like, nah, my life is my life. That's different. Right? But those who do know about the significance of unification, then yes, that would be so. Let's keep on going.
Without your sperm. So what I'm saying is, at this point, we are even Steven. We're even Steven. egg, sperm, they have to come together. So you get no superiority check. You don't get no props for having.
I can't front. I do agree with that. I do. I don't put myself over because I know without that other part, nothing. It's like a hammer that never has nails. What, you know, I mean, you can hit stuff with it, but it was designed to drive nails into boards. What are those nails without boards to drive into? It all connects.
A sperm that does nothing without my egg. I don't get no props from having an egg with the sperm. Now, then the sperm and the egg come together, this biology, 101, boom, the spark of life.
Okay,
that's
all right.
when the black,
Are you done?
No, sir, you've been talking. I put the time up. You've been talking for about 2
So
minutes.
yeah, listen, it's my show. It's not up to you to put a time
you
up.
should invite me on your show if you can't let me talk for 1 minute.
I mean, the link is for everyone.
I saw what you did.
It's like you can't answer questions.
I can't. Just
Okay.
let me talk. When you start squirming and doing this, I'm not the one for that.
Okay,
now,
but
like
you're-
I said, your sperm and my egg come together, boom, the spark of life. After that point, you go run around in the fields doing nothing.
No, mama, no. Those are the quality and caliber of men you might have had experiences with, and that's what we got to stop with that narrative. That's not all of us as men. No. And that's what I love to go ahead and clip short real quick. No, some of us do our due diligence, and we don't have the best perfect qualities in the world. We got our shit with us too, but we don't play them games. We make sure that we stay on top of things to the best of our ability. Anything that's not correct or right, we are anxious and waiting and ready to make it right. And then we want to make sure that we pay attention during that process to see to it that possibly it doesn't happen again. You see? So no. All that running in the field, you just go lay and running around slinging. No. Some of us have never had an STD. Some of us don't have a bunch of kids everywhere. Some of us have a clean bill of health. Some of us actually have standards, and we actually do say, nah, I'm good. Some of us like our lives a little bit more quiet and peaceful, and we not for all of that. Some of us don't want to try to invite another woman into the dynamic. Nah, I just want you. That does take place. There are men out there who operate in that mode and in that fashion. There are people who do. They operate in that mode, in that fashion. So we need to cut all of that out. I'm so sick of that narrative, just thinking that like every single man is just like this like aimless wandering dog. Like, you got me effed up because I'm a man. So when I hear things like that, when I hear all men, I am included. I can't stand, like, I don't even hang out with dudes that do stuff like that. You already know, Native. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with all of that. That's not what I like. That's not what I'm into. And you have a whole lot of dudes that is just like myself. It's a breed of men. It's a breed cut cloth of men out here in the world. All dudes ain't just trying to slang dangalang all the time. And for real, men who truly have a value within ourselves, and we really do value you as a person, I promise you, we look at you as way more than just sex. Like, we actually enjoy being around you and just kicking and cooling it. Like, we actually love just hanging with you. We love that shit. We love to just hang out with you. You see? So we need to cut this BS that we talking about with men. But let's keep on getting back. But let's get back to the video. I'm going to play maybe about 10, 15 more minutes of this. And then we're going to go ahead and, as I promised, man of my word, I make sure that I come through. I may not always be right on the dot, but I do make sure I do the best I can to come through and uphold my word, because my word is all that I have. I'm going to play that story for y'all, and you can hear the rest of the story. Let's go.
And I sit on a throne as the black woman alone. And I allow life to take place in my womb for 9 long months. And then after that, let me tell you what I do, young buck. After 9 months, I take you out of my womb and introduce you to the universe. The
Okay.
black woman
I think we
alone,
get it. I
the
think
black
we get it.
woman alone sits on the throne, and everybody else is a clone.
Okay.
All of you, go Google it. Everybody
Google it.
on this earth came
Is a
from
clone?
the bosom of the black woman. The white woman did. The
Okay.
Asian
All
woman,
right,
the
listen.
white man, the black man. Everybody came from the womb of the black woman, and therefore she is superior to all. The black woman sits on the throne alone, and everybody else is nothing but a clone.
Because I hate you, coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
Okay.
Yes, y'all clones
All
of
right,
the
we
black
clones
woman.
out here.
You are a clone of the black.
All right, so I mean, we're not really gonna get anywhere with this debate if you don't answer questions. You couldn't answer my first question. You didn't ever. You never.
Native, we back at it. Oh man, can you hear me? You on mute. You on mute. Let me see what we got. Hold on. I can't hear you if you're talking, Native. I'll go ahead and wait. There you go.
No. I had to put my audio on the Bluetooth.
You good? You good?
Salute, Smitty. I'm glad. I've been putting you in my prayers, bro. You know that you know God help you find what it is that you're seeking and your drive. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't never want you to lose your drive, bro. You bring a lot of value to this YouTube space with this platform that you got. I'm driving at the moment, so you might can hear me driving.
You good?
Y'all bear with me.
I just wanted to say, black man, listen, you know us, man, we know we ain't getting no big praise all the time, but I don't think folks really recognize and understand just that little moment here and there. That does keep a man going. That's it. Like, I don't need no big parade all the time. That's not, I tell y'all to take y'all asses home. But that is much appreciated, bro. Because yeah, sometimes you can feel like, because I don't do this shit for me. It's not for me. I get a benefit out of it because I create, but I create to give you all something. So yeah, I don't want to give you something you don't want. So I appreciate that. But go ahead though, Native, what you got?
Now, again, where I was going at with it last night, bro. Ma'am, you're right. You know, we wouldn't
did you
be.
get your answer? Did you get your answer from Bolo?
No, but I think I kind of understood where he was going at.
Okay.
And I think I did say something. I think I did say something wrong in there. Now, mind you, I am not perfect, people. I am really solely starting to walk down this journey of finding Jesus and finding God and stuff like that, because I've been wanting to do stuff on my own understanding for so long that, you know, I still am going to make mistakes and stuff like that. So if you want a better understanding, go read the word and stuff for yourself and get your own understanding and stuff like that. Ask God to help you understand what it is that you're reading, so that when you speak and stuff to the next person, that you're not confusing them. And I don't want to confuse anybody. So I think I do know where I think I was talking about Moses at that time, and yeah. Just everybody get your own understanding. Read the Bible for yourselves so you get your understanding, and ask God to help you understand what it is that you're reading. But to get to her point, her point is invalid, because one, we are not in the times that Sunkiss was speaking on anymore. We are in a whole new time. You cannot, as a woman, just sit there and impregnate yourself. You need that man's sperm to swim up that tube, to hit that egg and start to grow. So it takes two. That's why they always say it takes two to tango. It takes two. It's not just one person. So yes, for 9 months you incubate this baby, you keep this baby healthy, you nourish this baby, and all that. But if I impregnate a crackhead and she's addicted to crack and she smokes crack, she's putting a lot of bull crap in that baby, which means that baby's gonna come out with shakes and all types of ADHD, what they like to say, and all this. The baby hyper, have mood swings, or the baby, exactly, the baby could come out dysfunction with Down syndrome, missing a limb, missing a toe, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the baby can come out all messed up with what you're putting in your body as you're incubating this baby. And it's not to say that women are just good at being incubators. No, you do provide that life for that baby to be healthy and grow. But you won't get that baby if I don't put my sperm inside you and drop my seed. And to furthermore that the baby don't get the mama last name unless she's spiteful. The baby don't get the genetic DNA just solely from the mother. When you have a baby, and it even tells you if you look at it, like the baby, most of the baby traits will come from the father, because it's my sperm that's growing inside of you. This is why when they do DNA tests, they gotta swab the father's mouth to see if the DNA matches the baby. They don't swab the mother's mouth to see if the DNA matches the baby, because we know that DNA is gonna match the baby because it came outside. It came out of you.
Right. Mama's baby, papa's maybe. Right.
Exactly. All the way down to the blood. If you're a certain kind of blood type, your kids is gonna be a certain kind of blood type because of the father's DNA.
Yep. My oldest sister, she's the only one that actually came out of all of us with dad's DNA. Blood. She's an O just like him.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's O type, and neither one of my siblings outside of that are. We all got mom's blood.
See what I'm saying? So it's like
it does happen.
You can't just say solely that women is just more superior than men, because without the man you can't do this by yourself. If you have a society with just all women, where the reproduction gonna come from? We have a society with just all men. Where's the reproduction gonna come from? This goes back to what I was saying about the battery. You had to have one and the other in order to make this battery work. Period.
Yeah. You need both sides of that. Nah, you got a good point on that. Because that's the main thing that I always want to make sure that I keep in people's mind, is that don't let these people who get out here on these social media blocks be fooling you, thinking that you better than your counterpart. You all were created to be two gloves that fit both hands, right? You know, you ever lose one of your gloves and you got to keep trying to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's supposed to be a match. It's supposed to be a pair. You know, nobody walks around with two left shoes. You know, it's uncomfortable. So nobody walks around with two right shoes. That's uncomfortable. We have the matching pair, the right and the left. Period. If you lose sight in one eye, that's a whole side that you no longer have peripheral vision on. That's a handicap. Can you still see? Yeah, you can see. You can make it. Plenty of people all the time got one eye patch there just fine, but it's much better with both, and we all know this. If just one nostril is clogged up, it's a bee trying to breathe, and that's just one nostril. Yeah, you can breathe out the other, but this one's drippy and it's clogged up. It's uncomfortable, and you love when you finally get that blow between both. My point is, almost everything, even down to how your body is designed, is a perfect indication that both are needed to incorporate your life in a sufficient manner. Just losing one of whatever of your whole body, lose one hand, lose one finger, lose one ear, or hearing in one, whatever. Just think of it. It throws it off. It throws everything off. And we can go on and on and on and on and on, but we won't. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the video, Native, so you can tap in. Then we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play that story that I promised and everything. I'm gonna finish that out. All right.
All good.
My man. So let's listen to a little bit more of the story before we get up out of here in about 10 or 15 minutes. I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Let's go.
Answered the question, you went off topic. But let's bring it back on topic. So
here we go with the bullshit.
What I stated, you didn't disprove anything. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of going to the cause, the root of things. So what I spoke about was the root of things, right? So when we're speaking about the male and the female and they procreate, when I said that the man comes first is because he holds the seed of life, and then he puts that seed of life into the woman, right? And then even with that, the man dictates the sex of the baby. He holds the X and the Y chromosome. You and all women only hold the two X chromosomes.
I'm gonna be real with you. Look, I know science loves to try to say that they have the answer for that, Native, but I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I believe that is truly up to God, yo. Whoever that baby, like the features, if it has like maybe my features, mama's complexion, because that's primarily my daughter. My daughter has her mother's complexion, light skin. Light skin with her dad's face, for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then she has like her mom's smile. She has her mom's smile, dad's face, mom's complexion. A little bit of both of our hair. You know, so it's like, I mean, who really chose that? I do know some things written in text that speaks about it, but I'm not about to use that. But I mean, I do know what's written on how it says that the kids come out with their looks and stuff. But from what I know, that's just exactly how you were molded and fashioned. Like, that's just what you were going to look like. And when people try to put science on every single thing, you know, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? But I think I kind of get it as to why they do, but I can't, you know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely understand, because science would tell us that cold temperatures will give us a boy, but warmer temperatures will give us a girl. And that goes
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that goes all the way down, but that goes all the way down to the animal nature. You know, that goes down to the animal nature. If you have, I'm gonna just use snakes for example. If you have a cluster of snake eggs, right, and you set the temperature a certain kind of like a certain heat, the snakes, the baby snakes will come out mostly like female. But if it's more on the cooler side, then they'll come out male. Okay. But this is why when they incubate the eggs, they have the egg temperature at a certain temperature so that they can get the best mixture of male and female eggs.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So I do believe it's kind of a temperature thing, but I solely believe that's God. That's just God. God's going to determine whether or not you're going to have a boy, whether or not you're going to have a girl. Exactly. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
Depends on, you know what I mean? Because
God determines if you're going to have a period.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Like my oldest child looks a spitting image of me. She's a spitting image of me. Like, you can't tell me that I didn't have, you know, a lot to do with that one coming out. But then when you look at when you look at the other two kids after her, it's like, dang, y'all all related. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all all got the same parents. But it's not until you see me and my wife together that it'd be like, okay, I do see his features and I do see your features. It's a perfect combination of both of
and
y'all.
even mannerisms.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because my oldest child acts just like me, down to the T. That I'm talking about, down to the T. Erky like me, wise crack like me. You know what I'm saying? Complexion like mine, face like mine. Everything is like me all over again. And then, like I said, when you look at the other two, I call my middle child Sunshine because she's the lightest one out of all of us. She actually has my father's complexion. She's a light bright. And then when you look at the baby boy, he's a perfect mixture of me and my wife put together.
Right.
So
and that's right there, that's love, Brody.
Yeah, so that's nothing but God. God did that. It's not like we can go while the baby's inside the womb, reach our hand in there and like, nah, I don't like these features. I'm gonna mold my baby to how I want it to live. No, that's not how that works. How the baby grows is how the baby grows.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You got any final words before we get up out of here and I play the story, homie?
No, I wanted to hear your story, and I just wanted to come up here and give you your flowers, bro, and let you know that, I mean, you do have somebody that's out here praying for you and praying for the best, you know, and hoping that you continue to find your path and on this social media thing, because it's not easy to do. This stuff is hard, and you know, it's kind of like we really get one time as men to set an oppression on people. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Say less, bro. Message received. The message much needed. Much needed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. Let me go ahead and hit this. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to continue and finish this story. This story right here. Let me go ahead and hit my banner. Bow. It is called Ye Who Seeks. You know, it's a lot of talk about how man always wants to seek all the answers. Well, let's see what happens. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Chop. Thank you once again. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you all for tuning in today. This is short story number 2, narrated by Mr. Seven. Enjoy. This is entitled Ye Who Seeks. All right. We start off with the protagonist, Joseph. Joseph seeks eternal wisdom. He wants to be the smartest man in the world. So he comes across the crystal ball of clarity, and that ball reveals the deceptive beast named Boju, beast of the forest. And he says, I'll show you everything you want to see. But he places him back in his childlike form, so the innocence can allow him to see what is before him. He now has the vision. All wisdom is located at the top of Shelltop Mountain. So now Joseph travels back along the forest, seeking where the clearing is. And when he finds it, he noticed that it's monstrous waves that protect the mountain. So he takes out the origami boat that his grandmother made him magical, places it in the water, and it turns into an actual boat. He now sails, rowing and rowing and rowing, getting closer and closer with waves clashing and rippling and just beating along the mountain walls with the lightning gleaming through the sky like broken glass, shattered in light. But he is not going to be deterred from making it to Shelltop Mountain. He arrives and he stops at the Tree of Solitude, which informs him, you must make it to the Lake of Crystals, for all wisdom is in each crystal, but be very wary, the monsters of the forest do lurk. And these are the souls of those who failed their mission, and they now seek to absorb the wisdom for all who come through. Take this sword and see to it that you are well protected along your travels. Joseph now ready, sword in hand, with armor attached to body. He travels along with all of the demons scouring and heckling, with the voice of the one who controls the whispers lurking. With such a massive fight, Joseph was considered victorious, jumping across rivers and stones, running through large parts of the forest. He comes across a clearing and he sees this home. But this home is not a comforting home. It is the guardian who protects all that is precious in this forest. And then from there he says, why do you come? And morphs into the beast of the night with eyes of glowing red. Joseph then pulls his sword out, and with flames of fury that thrive from it, he enters into the battle. So now him and the warlock clash. This fierce battle intensifies. And then the warlock even gets to the point where he hits his ultimate form. But Joseph was not deterred, and Joseph was steadstrong. And after defeating the warlock, he absorbed all wisdom. Then the warlock turned into his real form. Flames burst from his body as the warlock began to decay and deteriorate, melt in flames. Joseph now, to the point where he can see the destination in which he sought all his life, the lake of eternal wisdom, with eternal wisdom in each crystal. It is said that whoever drinks from here just one time will forever have all wisdom. Joseph takes a drink. He sips it. He feels a very different feeling pulsating through his pores, and now his vision is a very trippy and hallucinating. But then he sees himself floating and going past worlds and worlds until he reaches a universe where a voice says, here you have gained eternal wisdom. Here is where you will be able to indulge in all of your endeavors, but here you will never be able to teach anyone.